dive into Ableton Live. We got a blank Ableton Live project here. Let's see what we can cook up. Okay, well, first of all, I think all of these guys we want to hit hard, right? Yeah. Those secondary kicks can kind of be like whatever whatever velocity. But in general, I think that we can turn both these kicks up a few notches. Yeah, and you can already tell, like, lifting those kicks, it feels a little bit better now. I think we could bring the snare down by like maybe about 2 dB, 3 dB. And then I like hi-hats to be kind of subtle, so we can maybe turn those down by 2. So now let's bust out Decapitator. Oh, we're gonna be getting something good here. Now, I did want to kind of try throwing that. I have no idea BPM-wise if this would work, but we had this guy. I'm not sure. I don't think this will work, but we may as well try it out, see what this sounds like. Ha! I kind of like it, actually. Maybe. I want to pitch it down to decrease its BPM, but also to kind of like put it in a warmer range. Basically what we're doing is we're setting up a kind of a distinction between our main section and like a verse section. Oh, that's beautiful, dude. Okay, and I wanna like extend this out. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. That's the melody that we want. You see? Nice. But that transition point feels a little bit odd, right? You know, so we gotta kind of dial in on that, make it actually sound pretty. And I'm also kind of thinking, like, are there little bits of this that we want to, like, delay out? and kind of make it a little bit more spicy. Yeah, I want to do something different, like kind of put a B-side to this phrase. Okay, and hopefully this is going to start sounding a little bit more gelled together once we get a dash of reverb on here. Okay, and I'm thinking we can take some of these and okay, let's duplicate. We might rearrange some of these, but basically I'm just giving myself another lane here. And in fact, let's just go ahead and group these and move this out here. In fact, there was no reason to duplicate that if I was just going to do that, so why not? Yeah, there we go. Okay, now we're good. Now we've got that reverb applied to everything. But yeah, the reason I separate that out, though, is because I want to do a little delay here. Give myself a delay lane. So we'll ping pong this, maybe? Yeah, that sounds nice on the sides. Let's get that dry wet down a little bit, though. Okay, perfect. Maybe a little bit of radiator. So far, I think I'm liking drive in. Feels pretty nice. And then we could bust out some LA2A. Get this sounding good. Yeah, this sounds good. All right, man. Oh, dude, that's a cool sound. But yeah, I see Nixon. I struggle with figuring out what kind of tracks fit together. It really is hard to figure out if I want to do an album about a certain topic or just put together random demos into a compilation of sorts. Also, sometimes I feel like I have to make something even better than my old tracks. Yeah. No, I get you. The pressure to do better is immense. I feel like ever since I had this track Lady Moon do so well, I've been under immense pressure to put out immaculate stuff, you know? And I'm also kind of feeling the same way about my upcoming album. I'll tell you this, I think you're fine either way, whichever direction you decide to go, whether you decide to really go for a very like well thought out concept of an album, or if you decide to just go with your best demos and compile it in a way that is like entertaining to listen to. Last album that I did definitely had a strong concept behind it. It was the Friends and Enemies album. That to me was just like, yeah, it was an album about all of my friends and all of my enemies that I've made, you know, trying to get to where I am today in music. That was great because like sequencing wise, my wife actually sequenced that album. That album really moves through a lot of emotions. Even though it is an instrumental album, the moods that it goes through is like it unfolds into a lot. For this next album though, I wasn't like super sold on any one particular concept that I do really know what I want to do with the album, you know. I think I've just like hit such a height when it comes to like jazz hip hop stuff, and I think that's really what I want to showcase in my next one. So like my next album, I've already decided on a title for it. It's gonna be called The Low Key Plan, and I think it's gonna be a lot of like some immaculate jazz stuff. Also, I don't know, there's a lot of other stuff that I've been playing with. I've been playing with a lot of like G music, some G-funk kind of stuff. I don't know, this album might be a culmination of like very soulful hip-hop, some straight up jazz. I've got like a bossa nova track that I'm definitely looking to throw on there. But also like some hard trap stuff. Some stuff that's a little bit more plugged, some stuff that's a little bit more G music. I've got so much stuff, I haven't figured out what the album is going to be yet. Really, I'm going to have my wife sequence this album again because she is so good at sequencing. She blows it out of the park every time that she sequences anything, even her playlists, you know. So good. Oh, wait a minute. This could be cool. Let's get a little delay on this. Oh, right there in the middle. Okay, that's a nice little detail. And I'm thinking after we hit this, we'll probably hit like a bridge section. We'll fix that. Something like this. Ah, there we go. That's pretty slick. We'll get rid of all this crap though. What if we just like phased these together a little bit? Yeah, you see, that feels a lot more of a natural transition there. So that's good. So this is the bridge section. And then I think we're going to just bring them back into a full one of these guys. All right, let's see how that feels. Yeah, that feels like a much better transition. We're going to bring them into this section, but we're going to fade on this. guys. Oh, we made a really good beat here. Holy shit.